for the Board of Education Candidate Forum. I'm going to cover the rules again, just so we're all clear. We're going to start, and we'll start on that end with you, Ms. Oliver. We'll work our way to Ms. Tapp, and you'll have 1 minute for an opening statement, and then we're going to ask, since I learned from the first time that we can do 3 questions, we will ask you all 3 questions, and then we'll have closing statements. And you will have 1 minute. Please keep your eye on Kim. Kim will hold up a 15 seconds, and then when you're out of that, she'll flip it to a stop. And if you don't stop, I'll stop you. So anyway, thank you all for being here, and if you're ready, Ms. Oliver, go ahead and open statement.
Okay. It's so good to be with all of you tonight. It's so great to see you. So many of you I've got to meet. And I just want to thank you for being here tonight. You could have gone anywhere tonight, and you chose to be here. It speaks volumes, and I'm glad to see you. And I'm thankful to the Harris County Chamber. You guys provided this wonderful service because guess what? District 2 in Harris County is huge. We have the whole northern border of Harris County and down all the way to Lickskillet Road. So to have a forum where we can all come together and hear each of us at once, it is a blessing. So thank you so much. What I've learned in traveling around this district, what's been so awesome, is that we're very diverse. And in that diversity, I see a lot of strength. And District 2 is incredible. And I have loved the ability to get to travel around and get to meet so many of my neighbors and so many of our friends. It has been great. So thank you so much. Glad you're here.
Hi, I'm Tim Edgar, running for District 2 School Board. I want to thank the Chamber for hosting this event. I want to thank you all for coming out to be a better informed voter. I'm the only candidate in District 2 that was raised in Harris County. I'm the only candidate in District 2 that graduated from Harris County High School. And I went on to graduate from Georgia Tech. I'm the only candidate in District 2 that has 30 years of experience in the business world. I work for a large company in Columbus, and part of my duties are to help manage to a multi-million-dollar budget, and I'm involved in personnel duties. I have been active in the community. I've been a volunteer firefighter for the last 26 years, and I have previous board experience. I want to represent all of you.
I'll just remind everyone, please hold the mic close to your mouth so that you can be heard.
I am Glenda Johnson, and I'd like to serve District 2 on the Harris County Board of Education. I have 40 years experience working in the Harris County School District in a variety of positions in both school and at the district office. My experiences as an executive secretary required me to work closely with all the superintendents and the members of the Board of Education, and to be familiar with all board policies and procedures. Because of these experiences, I am uniquely qualified to serve on the Board of Education. If you live in District 2, I would appreciate your vote.
Good evening, my name is Bethany Lucas. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you to the Chamber for hosting this event. I want to tell you a little bit about myself first. I am a Harris County native and a graduate of Harris County High School. I'm married to Brian, who's also a Harris County graduate, and we have 3 children, 2 of which are in school in Harris County, and the 3rd one will be next year. Yes, I am that old, little young child. But I was a teacher for 12 years in Harris County schools, and I absolutely loved it. We have the best teachers and the best students in Georgia. And I decided to stay home with my children, and then I ran for school board, and I have absolutely loved that as well. I'm currently a media specialist, so I'm in education again, but I want to continue serving District 5. I absolutely love serving and making decisions that are student-centered. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Laura Susie Tapp, and I'm running for School Board District 5. I've been a teacher and a media instructional technology specialist in Harris County for 37 years of my career. I love teaching, and since my retirement in 2015, I've continued to sub at the elementary at Creekside and Harris County Carver Middle School. You might say teaching is in my veins. I believe my experience as a teacher will help me as a school board member to know what students and teachers need to be successful in the schools. I also served 30 years in the Army Reserve, retiring as a full bird colonel. And during my military career, I had to learn to work with all different types of leaders. This experience has shaped my ability to make good decisions and not be afraid to stand up for what must be done. I would love the opportunity to make a difference for our children, our schools, and our teachers. Thank you.
Why don't you hold on to the mic? We'll have the first question be with you, Ms. Tappan.
Okay.
I'm going to give y'all, this is a variation of the question I asked the county commission candidates. New housing developments along Highway 315 have generated a great deal of discussion about residential growth in Harris County, including the impact of that growth on schools. As more residents move into Harris County, what steps should the Board of Education take to prepare for that growth?
Well, with more growth, we can hire more teachers if we qualify, and that's a good thing. Also, we need to look at our budget to make sure that our budget can absorb new growth, but if the property taxes, you pay property taxes for these people coming in, they'll help with our budget. I think that with that, if we know the growth is coming in, we also will have to look at our schools and see if we need new schools, but with that, we have to look at several things with that. We have to look to see if we would qualify for a new school, for elementary schools or middle school, high school. So a lot of it depends on if that growth comes in, how we're going to have to look at money that's coming in for our tax digest and see how we can spread the wealth through all of our schools.
We are actually already planning for the growth. We can't wait to plan. What we would like to do is to plan more with the county commission as well as other leaders in the county so that this could be a collaborative effort. For example, our high school, it's huge, but I mean, we keep getting more and more students, so we are in the process of planning a college and career academy, which would definitely take some of the burden off of the high school when students would go for those classes there. We're also in the initial stages of planning a new middle school, which we desperately need. But basically, collaboration, I think, is the most important thing. And of course, we would need to look at our property taxes, and but we need to be ahead of that and actually plan before people get here.
Okay, at an earlier request, because we're switching districts, I'm going to just repeat the question. Same question, I'm just going to repeat it for your benefit. New housing developments along Highway 315 have generated a great deal of discussion about residential growth in Harris County, including the impact of that growth on schools. As more residents move into Harris County, what steps should the Board of Education take to prepare for that growth? So, same question.
As working with the Board of Education, I think there has to be a vision years out to see what our system would need when growth comes in. At one time, we thought that BRAC was coming in, so we went and purchased property in case we needed new schools. And that's what you have to do. You have to make a plan in the future. You can't decide today what you're going to do if it happens. You've got to look to the future.
As we heard earlier, the growth is going to happen. We will have growth. We need to work with the county commission and plan for that growth. Let them understand our constraints with the school system and understand their vision of where they think growth will happen. I think and we need to contribute to that vision and, you know, plan as far out as possible.
It's very exciting. When you have something that's wonderful, people are gonna come. And let me tell you, in this area, Harris County schools are indeed where people want to be. When Spencer told us, my husband, who graduated from here, when he told us in 2015, hey, it's time, we're gonna move home. My dad's sick. I'm gonna take care of the farm, it'll be fine, we're moving there. I immediately got on the internet and I wanted to know everything there was to know about Harris County school systems. And guess what? You guys are doing a great job. Of course people are gonna come. Growth is coming. You can bet on it. And that's exciting. Don't be scared of that. Growth is exciting. And with it comes change, and with it comes betterment. And with it comes the opportunity to prepare our students, not just for what's in Harris County, but what's coming down the pipe. Are we preparing them for what's coming? So I say growth is very exciting.
Well, hang on to the mic,
Okay.
and that's a great segue to our next question.
I got it.
Employers in our region, which includes Columbus and LaGrange, continue to need workers with employable skills, especially soft skills. The LaGrange school system responded with the Think Academy, and the Muskogee County School District plans to convert Jerton High School to a college and career academy.
Excellent.
How should the Harris County School District respond to this need?
Gosh. How many of you have teenagers in your home? Okay, you have teenagers in your home. They are no longer called teenagers, they are called screenagers. I went to Impact 360 and they did a joint study with the Barnum Group. And the Barnum Group told all of us in that room that night, they said that these students, anyone born between 1999 and 2015, they are called Generation Z. And Generation Z is unlike any generation before them. And so they are more hands-on, they're fact-based. They're holding a computer in their hand, all of them, all the time. And they're holding it in their hand. They want the facts. College and Career Academy absolutely is the way of the future. Just because we're building Harris County High School to be a springboard to the next level, whatever that looks like for any student. It doesn't necessarily mean college for everyone, but does that mean we don't equip them to be prepared for the next level? No way. College and Career Academy, love it.
Thanks. We've got a diverse student body. We need to have a diversity in the way that they are taught. I think the College and Career Academy that the board is working on is an excellent step. The STEAM programs that are happening in the elementary schools is another excellent step. And I think we've got to meet the students where they are and teach them the best way that they will learn. And a lot of that includes the technology. We just need to plan ahead that way.
I too agree with the College and Career Academy, but we first need to check with someone from the State Department to come in and to see if we are really in need of the academy. I think we are, but we do need to look further at it. Thank you.
So I'm going to repeat the question just because we're changing districts. That was a request. Same question. Employers in our region, which includes Columbus and LaGrange, continue to need workers with employable skills, especially soft skills. The LaGrange school system responded with Think Academy, and the Muskogee County School District plans to convert Jerton High School to a college and career academy. How should Harris County School District respond to this need?
Harris County School District is already responding to this need. We think it's imperative that students are prepared for the future. Right now, there is a deficit in skilled workers in Georgia. Welders, for example, there are not enough welders. And like Ms. Oliver said, not everybody's going to college, and we know that, and we want to have something for all of our learners. We want to appeal to every child. We have already taken steps, talked to people at the state level. We have gone to the Think Academy and toured that facility, as well as Coweta County. So we are actually already taking steps to do that, and it's very exciting for our school system and our students.
currently at the high school, I know that when I was here as a media specialist, that we have certain courses that students can take. They can take college dual enrollment, so they can go here at the high school and then go to Columbus State University if they are going to college. We also have the junior ROTC program here for students that want to go to the military. We also have technical classes here, so that if the students want to go into technical schools, they get their bases here, and they can move to the technical colleges once they leave here. I think Harris County High School has done an excellent job prepping a lot of our students for these other areas. Yes, we can look at maybe doing a Think Academy or something like this, but first we have to see. I think our high school's already doing a great job, and we just need to expand on those programs.
Hang on to the mic. Third question will start with you.
I don't want to.
Well, you're the one who qualified, not me. Voters often have questions about the proper role of the Board of Education in day-to-day management of the school district. What do you see as the proper role of a member of the Board of Education in relationship to the school district administration?
I think my role as a school board member is to adhere to the vision of this county. Our vision helps us to make up our goals for our schools, and it's basically a strategic plan that will keep us moving forward. I think my responsibility is for the children. I have to make sure that we make the best decisions for our children and our teachers here in Harris County.
Sure, I'll repeat the question. Voters often have questions about the proper role of the Board of Education in day-to-day management of the school district. What do you see as the proper role of a member of the Board of Education in relationship to the school district administration?
We have a few roles. One is to set policy or revise policy. The other, like Ms. Tack was saying, is vision, to carry out the vision of the school system. But our main focus is the children, and to make decisions that are student-centered, what's in the best interest of all the children. So we don't want to step on the toes of the administration, but we also want to make sure that we carry out the vision, the strategic plan, and we have a really good relationship with the central office, the superintendent, and all the administrators in the county. So it's a good team, and thank you.
The role of a board member is to make policy and to listen to their constituents and make sure that they are meeting the needs, and to listen to our teachers, our faculty, our administrators, and to make sure that they get exactly what they need for our school system.
The Board of Education serves just like a corporate board. They set the vision, set the guidance for the superintendent, set policy, and basically make sure that we're all heading in the right direction. The day-to-day operations is the responsibility of the superintendent. The board is there to make sure that the superintendent is handling things in the right direction. Thanks.
How many of you have ever seen the show Undercover Boss? Do you remember that when that show was on? Didn't you love that? I love that. And I absolutely think it's so important that as a school board, I have 3 children in the system. I have 3 very huge incentives for Harris County School Board to do the best job they can do every day. And so what's exciting about that show was that you had the boss up here making the decisions, but they didn't always know how their policies affected. What's cool is that I am in the classrooms. I'm volunteering in the classrooms. I work with the students at the high school as well as the middle school in Student Standing Strong. If you've ever heard of that organization, the Student Standing Strong program, I'm the parent volunteer coordinator for that, so I work with them. And then I have a child at Creekside. So I would love the opportunity to be on the school board and to be the one that is the liaison, to be able to understand where the teachers are and the needs they have, because I've seen it.
So we'll start with you with the closing statement. So go ahead and give your closing statement, we'll just work our way down the line.
Awesome. Okay. Well, it's been so great to be with each of you tonight. And I was so nervous coming into this. I was nervous all day. And I was like, Lord, why am I so nervous? And then it hit me. It's because I was so scared that you would hear my words. Because sometimes my words don't exactly convey what's in my heart. And what's in my heart is what my hands and my feet do. And so I just wanted to share with each of you tonight that whoever wins, eventually our lives are going to go back to normal, friends. They are. And this election's going to be done, and there's going to be a winner, and someone's going to sit in that seat for District 2, and whoever it is, please don't think that you're not represented on that seat. It's not Bridget Oliver's seat. It is District 2's seat. And we're all on the school board together, and you are just as responsible to make sure whoever is in that seat hears from you. It is vital that they hear from you and know that you're well represented on the school board.
Again, I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. If you have questions that weren't asked tonight, please ask them of the candidates after this. I've got cards with my contact information. All of residents have an interest in maintaining excellent schools. Excellent schools produce better citizens and a better workforce. All of you deserve to be represented on the board, whether you have children in the system or not. I pledge to be that representative. I think it's important for you to treat this election as a job interview, not simply as a popularity contest. You should look at the candidates and decide who you think is the most qualified to represent you. I think I'm that candidate. Thanks.
We have very good schools in Harris County, but it takes constant diligence to be sure that our students are prepared for a promising future. As a member of the Board of Education, I promise to use my experiences to work towards continuing improving our schools. I want to thank you for coming tonight to hear each of the candidates, and thank you, Colin and Kim, and the Harris County Chamber for hosting this forum. I'm looking forward to serving on the Harris County Board of Education, and if you live in District 2, I'm asking for your vote. Thank you.
Thank you again for being here. I would love to serve again as the District 5 representative. My heart is in this position. Like I said earlier, I was a teacher for 12 years and I'm a library media specialist now, so I'm very much in touch with education. I also have 3 children. We are an excellent school system. Last year, the graduating class earned $2 million in scholarship money. So I don't think we're good. I think we are excellent. But I would like to stay on the board. We have a phenomenal board and we have a vision for the future. We know that we cannot be complacent. We've got to move forward. It's not about just getting new computers or new iPads. We want to train our teachers in instructional technology. We want to show students this is how you use it. This is what you can do with it. And have a college and career academy. Again, we want to reach all learners. Thank you.
I would like to thank the Harris County Chambers for inviting me tonight. I'd like to thank the voters for being here to listen to our desires for our schools. And if anybody's here from District 5, I would like to take the time. Thank you for taking the time to come here to listen for yourself what each of the candidates stands for. My strength is not public speaking. As any of you that know me already know, but I make up for my weakness by my ability to understand complex budgets, to understand the needs of our classroom teachers, and my willingness to work hard to any endeavor that I set my mind to. I would like to ask your vote for me for District 5 School Board member. Thank you.
Let's give these candidates a round of applause. So again, I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank Mr. Stanfield for letting us use the cafeteria tonight. I'll remind you again, early voting starts April 30th for 3 weeks, and then the vote, the day of elections, on May 22nd. And the chamber asks you to please vote yes for the county SPLOST in the election. So thank you all for being here.